Let's have a little chat about some of the movies that I have been crocheting to. This past week in particular, I found one movie and one TV series that I highly suggest. And the series is not done. Like, it is doing the thing where it releases one episode a week. I think we get 8 episodes, so we have a little bit of time. They're spreading everything out, but so far I really, really enjoy it. Let's start with the movie first. If this one ever becomes available on DVD, like a physical media, I will be the first one in line to buy this. It was such a fun movie. The Death of Snow White is something that I just randomly found. It was not on my radar. I was just scrolling through, finding something to watch as I'm crocheting, and I am so glad that I did. It was categorized as a comedy horror, B horror, dark fantasy movie. All those things together, just perfect. And these ones in particular, I love it where they take a story we've seen and heard it many, many times, sprinkle on a little bit of horror, and they just run with certain parts of the movie. This did not disappoint. It was a fun ride. I didn't have any expectations for it because I had no idea that it was there. So I think that's the best way to go into it, especially if you already know the story of Snow White. You don't really need a summary, but I'll give you a tiny one. So we have Snow White, who after losing her father, the king, now her kingdom is being run by the evil queen, and she has to figure out how to get her kingdom back and get the evil queen out of there. First and foremost, the evil queen is amazing. I guess we should chat about that. Body horror. From the start of this movie, there is a lot of body horror. So if that's not your thing, know that going into it, it's pretty much throughout. There isn't really any scene or scenario where that doesn't happen. Now it's comedy horror, so it's very splashy, over the top, in your face type of body horror, but it's still all there. And there was a couple of moments that I had to like look through my fingers. I was like, oh, that is gross. The sound and the visual all together a little bit too much. And I love it. Like, it's so good, especially with the evil queen. She kind of leads the way for the body horror. So every scene where we go back to the evil queen, just be ready. Something like that is going to happen. I was interested in what was happening with Snow White, what was happening with the evil queen. Like, neither side of the story was ever boring to me, even though the evil queen was pretty much in one location. Like, she was in her tower the entire time, or for the majority of the time anyway, and you'd think that might be a little boring. It was not. Don't worry. The evil queen has a lot of things in store, especially when it comes to horror and mixing up her potions and concoctions. So many puns throughout this entire movie. In particular, we have the prince, who has these 2 poets that follow him around, just like kind of logging his life, documenting things as they go, but they are sassy. Like, the most incredible puns. That was another storyline that I really loved. So that's what I mean. Everything all together, it played well. The costumes were super fun. Again, the evil queen, I was very interested in every costume change, of which there was many. I really want to go back and see if every single scene where we have the evil queen, was there a costume change? Because I feel like there was, and I wasn't mad about that at all. When we're not in the tower with the evil queen, we are in the haunted forest a lot, which is perfect for a little bit of Halloween ambiance to have in the background as you're crocheting. This one, I would say, if you have the capability of turning the lights off as you're working on your piece, and maybe just having a tiny lamp on, or even a headlamp, that would be perfect. There isn't anything that you really need to pay attention to. Not a lot of jump scares, so you're not gonna like, oh my gosh, what happened? Like, if you're looking down at your project, you have some color work that you want to do or something, or a technical stitch that you want to get into, this movie is pretty crochet friendly for that. 5 out of 5 bats for this one. If you like horror comedy, definitely give The Death of Snow White a chance. Next up, we have the series that I'm watching, which is Alien Earth, and this is streaming on Hulu. We're gonna get 8 episodes in total. The first 2 episodes came out at once. Every Wednesday, we're gonna get 1 episode. I love this entire franchise. It does not matter if it's a series, a new movie. If they make it, I will watch it. I just adore this franchise. So I didn't watch too many trailers about it. I feel like if you've seen any of these movies and you like them, you probably went back to the beginning and started and worked your way all the way up to now. So you're gonna really be excited about this new series that they have. I'm not gonna do any spoilers, especially since we're right in the middle of it. We just have a couple episodes available right now. But the overview is there is this mysterious mysterious space vessel that crash lands into Earth. And yes, you can guess it, there is an alien on board. We have this group of people that are working together to do something. We really don't know a lot, and especially from the trailer, it doesn't give a lot away, which I love. We kind of know the plot of the story for the most part. We know the outline, right? There's a xenomorph egg, there's an alien, it's going from one place to the next, or people are coming to the spot where there is this xenomorph egg. It's all gonna go around that. And I will say, after watching about 10 minutes of the very first episode, it had the greatest similarity to the first movie in just that feel, the colors that they were using, the setup where they're all on the space station around a table chit-chatting together. The nostalgia just came back and hit me hard with it. So I knew that I was really gonna love it. No matter what the plot was, I knew that we were in for a good ride. I really don't want to give much more away than that because every episode so far has been very interesting, and the turns that they've been taking, or like just the setup of the plot of what is happening, like the characters that we're gonna follow. It's been really fun to kind of let that do its thing and unravel as we go. But crochet wise, we get roughly 50 to 60 minutes for every single episode, which is a decent amount of time to crochet to. It is dark, there are a lot of jump scares, and there are moments if you're not paying attention to what's happening in the background, you might miss something, or you're just gonna get hit really hard with that jump scare because you're looking down at your crochet and then the music is gonna get really, really loud all of a sudden. You're like, wait, what happened? We need to rewind. Let's go ahead and do that. I would suggest having the lights down low and just your headset if you absolutely need it. I was able to be in complete darkness except for what was happening on the TV. Since I'm just doing the double crochet, I can do that very easily in the dark, and especially with the color of yarn that I'm using. Even if you have to have a lamp on, it was a really, really fun couple of episodes, and I'm very excited for what we have coming up next. So those are the two things that really grabbed my attention this week. Moving on to our crochet along, which I've been talking about this entire time, but we have a couple more rows to work up, and then we also have a movie. So if you grab your Halloween binder, figure out which movie we're watching tonight. We have an entire series, Castle Rock, which is another one that is super spooky. I ended up getting this in a DVD form because I love just going through the episodes and picking and choosing based on the scenery that they have for that episode. I'm going to be watching the first season, but there are 2 seasons in total, and I love both of them for totally different reasons. But the first season of Castle Rock, I don't know, that one just hits really hard. I feel like it's a great one to set up for the spooky season as well. So Castle Rock, throw that on tonight as you're crocheting up a little bit on our haunted video store blankets. If there are movies that you have watched lately that really drew your attention, let me know in the comments below. Have a super spooky rest of your night, and I will see you in my next video.